It's like, yeesh.
And I remember the day you came to my father. I think I should be the one to tell the story.
Yeah, you can
So
go ahead.
when we met, when after we talked on the phone, he boarded his flight back to Nigeria, and I made my plans to travel to the east because I wanted him to come to my father's house. I don't want him to just end up in Abuja and leave. I want him to, my parents to know him and my family to know him. So I never planned going home for Christmas that year, but I went because he was coming. So even before he came, we were into conversation. I asked questions, some delicate questions. I know I'm too tall from behind. I wanted somebody that is tall from above. So I asked him, "How tall are you?" That was the first lie he told to me.
Yeah, yeah. I think I can say this better, because right on from the first time we started communicating, I've always been like open and like real about everything about me. Until that question, you just kind of like out of nowhere. I'm like, come on, man, I've been talking to you for like how long now?
That
Almost
was when
like
I remember to ask the question.
yeah, and then now you're just gonna ask me how tall I am. That's when it hit me. I'm like, oh, you trying to be slick. I see. Okay, so when she asked me that question, how tall I was, I said, man, I said, okay, I know what I'm gonna answer. I'm gonna reply to her that I'm 5'2".
And maybe you didn't know I was right on the scale then because remember I was
Yeah,
working.
yeah.
I had to rush to the scale and check. I was with one of my worker that turned to be a friend then, and I rushed to the scale. We measured. I'm like 5'2". It's too small. I'm 5'3". I'm like I was 5'4". With age I think I'm reducing. I was 5. I'm like I don't want someone that I'm taller than. I'm already tall from behind. I don't want someone that is taller from behind. That gave me kind of concern. I'm like, since we're already talking, let's see how it goes. Let me see him first. I was still keeping my open mind. So when he finally came back, there are other questions that I asked, some other
Yeah.
delicate
One of
questions.
those questions was,
Do you really want
yeah, I know what
to?
it is.
Do you really want to say
Yeah, I
that?
want to say that.
My sure.
Yes. What is the shoe size? The heck is wrong with you? How you gonna ask me my shoe size? I got big feet. I know that.
Guys, I know you understand what that means because every woman needs a man with
Hey,
a big shoe size.
so
And to be honest with you, I'm not a bad girl, but when reality hits, I know this might end somewhere. I wanted to be sure. I wanted to make sure, even though he's tough from behind, then he told me he was tough from behind. I wanted to make sure his shoe is big enough,
yeah, yeah, yeah. You just got some.
I don't know. Oh my God, I never can believe you would say this on this show. This
Hey,
was supposed to be our secrets.
I mean, it's a secret, but here in America, America, we
Oh my
it's
God,
it's it's common for
I feel so ashamed.
we've heard that one, so it's nothing like a big deal when we hear it. But I know it's different from back home for some people to understand it that way. So
I was curious at every angle. So when he told me his shoe size, I rushed to the corner. I took something and measured like, okay, this shoe size is manageable.
but here's the thing though. Here's the thing. I
Oh my
after
God.
I told her about my height,
Man, you surprised me today.
um, after I told her about my height, and the one thing I told her was that when you see me, you're gonna have the biggest smile on your face.
And I
I,
didn't understand that.
yeah, she didn't quite get it why I said it because I was sticking to the fact that I told her that I was 5'2". So I gave her that notion that look, man, damn, after all this while, man, I'm feeling this guy and all that stuff, and all of a sudden he's a short dude. Oh man, but I got you. It's just a surprise, but wait till you see me, and then you have the biggest smile on your face.
And fast forward till when he came back. I remember then I was back home in my father's house, and he called me. We already arranged how I was gonna go get him to from the junction from what do you call the junction, right?
Yeah, that's
A,
like what do you call it?
a meeting point.
Yeah, a meeting point where we can meet
Yeah, so he came with his brother
somewhere at the
and yeah,
market corner.
it's like a landmark
Yeah,
wherever
landmark.
you're
Yeah.
coming from, yes. So he was coming, he came with his brother and his sister. So when they got to that junction, I asked him what clothes was he wearing, that way I'll be able to identify him. I took my little bike, I went there, and the moment I saw him, oh my God, there comes the biggest smile. I'm like, this guy is tall. He's not as short as he. I was so happy, guys. But I really had that big smile. And when I saw him, because we've made video calls, I already know what he looked like, and he came natural. See, that is another point. Like, this man is priceless. He is as natural as you can imagine. He is down to earth. He came so natural, like real. And a little bit, if you don't pay attention, if you're kind of careless person, you're like, you know. So he came and I saw that tallness in him. I'm like, God, inside of me, I really did a sign of cross because I'm not
Hmm.
too short. Like I said, I'm tall from behind, and I need somebody that is taller from above. So it really matched my test, coupled with the shoe size. So everything.
And I said the same thing
And
too.
honestly, be careful what you ask for. I asked for these two things and I got them.
Yeah, and I
Aside from other things that I asked for, but physical attraction, I asked for these two things: physical and mental attraction. I asked for these two and I got it.
and I felt the same way too when I first saw her the first time because when you see a person over video call or whatever it is, even though you see that they look pretty, but then you meet that person in real life, they look prettier than they look in pictures and video. As soon as I saw her, that's when I said to myself, "This is it. I'm done. There's nobody else." And it was so funny that you know I had a choice to meet, you know,
Yeah, there were other connections from family,
from
friends,
family friends and
because
say,
when people travel all the way from here to Africa or to their country, you don't just go, especially if you haven't met the woman. If you don't know if she's going to say yes or no. The tendency of having to try to meet couple of other women is very, very known and very, very common in my where I came from. So you had other people that you wanted to also check out
yeah,
just in
then
case.
just in case because
Mm.
these are referrals from family and friends. But you're the first one that I hook, like kind of connected myself without nobody saying, "Oh, I got this lady I want you to meet," or "This somebody here I want you to meet." So I'm like, no, I'm gonna take my chances. Take my whole hundred and at the time it was 100% sure in my head. But I had you can't really say you're 100. You can say 99.9%. I was 99.9% accurate in my head that I'm ready to, it's got to be the one. Until I saw you, that's when my 99.9% just went to 100 and something percent. And I said, that's it, I'm done. I didn't even get a chance to even care about who the other women are. Like, I'm done. Y'all can, hey, thanks. It was good. It was nice. Whoever that tried to,
Recommendation.
yeah, y'all can stay over there. I'm good. And I did, I just got down on my knee and like, and yeah, I mean, that was how.
And the journey continued from that landmark meeting
Hmm.
point. I joined them in their ride. We drove to my father's compound, and I introduced him to my dad. Immediately, my dad saw him. He's like, "You look so much like my role model, the Ojuku," because his beard was so full. He didn't even shave. He came raw. Oh my goodness, he came so raw. He left his beard like this big. And he told me he did it on purpose. He wanted to look as natural. He wants to see, he wants to be himself, just the way I've seen him on the camera. So my dad was so pleased. He was so natural. He came to my house. He started acting like he's been here before, and everybody, every family, every of my family member fell in love with him. Don't I've had opportunity to meet with other guys. I'm trying to compare with other guys that I've met from abroad, from US, from UK. They are nothing to be, he's nothing to be, they are nothing to be compared with him, because they all came with their shoulders so high, with attitudes of coming from US, and I don't care where you're coming from. All I needed was somebody that I will grow, we will love, and share things, like be happy together. But he came with no single attitude of uh, abroad or something. He jumped into the kitchen. He started making things, like putting things together. I'm like, everybody were like, girl, my sisters were like, sis, who is this man? He's so natural. He just
Yeah.
came, started, hey, babe, let's
Just,
do
I
this.
remember one of your sisters were cooking something. They
Yes.
already cooked something on that side, and I was just like, "Wow, what's that? Okay, let me taste it." They said, "Wow, oh, nice. Oh,
hmm
yeah, this tastes good." And then before you know it,
And I was busy trying to serve him in a beautiful, because when you're expecting a guest, you make the places look good. I was busy trying to, impress him in a dining set, and he was like, he already started eating from outside. So
wow,
he
wow.
came so real and so natural. So every family member fell in love with him right there. I'm like, this is it. He got me at the first sight, not just by phone. And we started. I think after then he came back. Guys, it's important to mention this, we didn't date that much. Am I wrong?
No, you're
We didn't
right. You're
even
right.
date. We didn't even date
You
for up
know,
to, I
the
think,
only
about
date,
3 months,
the only date we date was phone dating,
talking on the phone,
talking on the
and
phone.
that was just. It was like a year or so, not up to a
No, it's
year.
not up
I
to
think it
yeah.
was after. It wasn't up to a year that
Remember, I
we
said
started
it was
talking.
about it was I counted it was about total of 6 months.
Not up to
You
6 months
know,
that we
yeah,
met, and you proposed.
yeah.
But because we had this connection, like like invincible connection that we can't even explain, but the two of us like clicked. There was no need for date, even though there was opportunity for dating, but there was no need, because we see things flowing like natural.
Yeah.
We he came back, he proposed. I think we're going to talk about how the proposal went.
Mm.
So we met, we continued, like from there, we just mingled, and up till now, folks, it still feels so fresh, so new to me. I feel like we're just about to start starting. I still enjoy every moment. Everything still feels to me like we date, and not just married, but we still. I feel I'm still here with my best friend, my partner in crime, my secret saver, my gossip mate, my everything. So this is how we met, and in our meeting, being together for this far, and God bless us with three human beings. We call them our neighbor,
Our
because
roommates.
our roommates, even though they don't pay any rent, they just renting for free. They never started paying rent because they're not working yet.
Just like these guys here, not paying rent. You see how they
They
sleep, right?
sleep they
Just like
sleep
them.
with like the landlords.
Yeah, yeah. I'll put that picture up for you. They'll.
Yeah. So the three human beings God gave us, we love them. We are grateful that God chose us to bless us with those beautiful, handsome boys. We call them roommates. Not that, yeah, roommates or human beings, because we know they wouldn't be them without two of us. We are in this together. We are, as far as we're concerned, you have to understand this. We are the only one existing. They are existing, but we see them in a different way, because they're all gonna leave. So we thought that having to be bonded together and having time with them matters a lot, but we have to build this connection most, because they will learn from it, they will grow, they will also know the importance of building their own connection. And then we don't have to depend on their presence. We will still have every good reasons to want to be around each other. I mean, my king and myself. So it's a sweet journey, and we still embark in the journey, and we still learning, loving, growing, expecting, enjoying every bit of this journey.
Hmm. Definitely, definitely. Folks, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and then hit that notification button. We will be right back for more King and Queen Network podcast.
Get motivated.
Get motivated.
Stay
Stay
motivated.
motivated.